course, it decides to go live as I'm drinking. Can you see that? Just try to put her live as I'm drinking. And she's not doing it anymore. And I'm not muted. Lovely. Anyway, so today is going to be relatively short compared to most of my other Sunday shows. And the time is different because I'm going out. I need to move you so they can see you. There you go. Whew. Anyway, so I figured I would just, because I wasn't going to come on at all. And then Momo, that one right there, kept waking me up. So I figured I'd just get up a little bit early and then I could come on and at least be on here a little bit. I don't want to really mix anything today. I'm going to mix one thing, but it's just going to be for my friend. And it's a recipe I've already done. So as far as mixing anything new, I'm just not doing that on time and I don't feel like it. So I figured I would just come and chat with you guys. Hopefully that's okay. And I know the time is weird, but again, it's because I'm leaving. I'll be pretty much leaving the time or right before I would be on here. So yeah, it was either early or not at all. I'm not charging my batteries. So I literally just woke up like maybe 15 minutes ago, something like that. So if I'm out of it, that's why. Anyway, if you're wondering why I wasn't on yesterday's show, it was because I was having my massage. I'll be doing those every month, probably towards the end of the month. So if I'm not on at that time or around that time, that's why. With me working at a desk job where I'm sitting all the time and my posture is not very good, but the chairs that we have, it kind of makes having posture very difficult just because of the way they are. But anyway, my posture is bad, so like I'm kind of slouching a lot, so it puts a lot of stress in my upper back. And I've tried getting like back pads and all that crap, but it doesn't help. So I found this, actually my friend found this massage lady and she's amazing. So I'm going to be going to her every month and she's really affordable. So anyway, that's where I was yesterday. And we went out and did other things. Like I went to Target. There was things that, oh man, it's not in view. I wanted my picture in view, but I guess it's too high. I might have to move that. But if you can see, I got my picture up. Yeah. Maybe I can do it right there. Yeah, that works. Okay, anyway. So I went to Target, got some things. We had lunch / dinner. Then I went to Earth Fare because it's kind of like a Whole Foods. So it's got like produce and other healthy shit. Since it was right there, I figured I'd go. So that's what I did. I didn't get back to like after 6, which was not ideal because I felt like my day was just gone. But yeah. Anyway, hello Gavin. Who's Ave? I don't know who Ave is. Ave is live in 2 hours away. Anyway. I don't know who that is. I've never had a massage, but it feels amazing. It can and it cannot. It depends on who you get. Like, I've only been to 2 different places. This lady, which was the first one, she's where Robert came from. Back there, that little plant. I already told the story about Robert. It's in a video. You can go back and look at it. It's like a minute long, something like that. It's pretty short. Very short as far as my videos go, but explains the story. But anyway, I've been in 2 different ones. It can be a little bit painful just because she does go a little rough, but she's used to working with like athletes and stuff like that. So you just have to tell them like if it's too much, like just to do it more gentle, and then it's fine. But with a deep tissue massage, which is what I get, it is going to be a little bit uncomfortable sometimes, but it shouldn't be like excruciating. And sometimes with her it is. But it's also because my muscles are so fucked up and tensed up that it hurts just really bad. This last time though, there was like very little of those points where it was bad. And it was usually she's like digging her bones against my bones, like my lower back and stuff. But it was like brief. So I just dealt with it, because sometimes with the pain, it actually is more effective than if it was just like not painful at all. Then I feel like I don't get as much out of it as I would. But yeah, it was a really good massage yesterday. As far as a happy ending, I mean, she did get the vibrator out at the end, so you know. But it was funny because I told her about, she asked me if I still had the plan she gave me. And I told her, I'm like, yeah, Robert. And she just kind of looked at me like, huh? And I told her I named him. And then she laughed and she said that she names her planes too, and her husband thinks she's crazy. And I told him about how Robert's famous, and she thought that was funny. So, yeah. Hi, Shindo. But yeah, I would say if you've never had a massage, try to find somebody. You can find people on Groupon. That's how I found her and the other place. The other place, I just didn't like it as much. It was really sketchy. I think did I public the video? It's like the really short video. It's like 30 seconds long of like what looked like a trailer in the middle of nowhere, because that's kind of what it was. And don't get me wrong, like if the place was bomb, like I don't really care where it is as long as it's safe or whatever. But like it wasn't good on top of just being in a weird ass fucking place. So yeah, my first lady is probably who I'll stick with forever, just because, well, as long as she's doing massage. I don't know how long she's doing it, but yeah, Robert, he's got his own thing. Momo, she's got her own people. But anyway, so I figured I would. Are you raising your hand, or are you just saying hi, Shindo? I can't tell. I figured I would show you the Japanese snacks I got. Since I want to make this relatively quick, I want to get out of here probably by 11 or 11:15, because I have to leave at 11:30-ish. So, yeah. Anyway, some of these I don't remember what it is because everything's in Asian. I don't want to say Chinese or whatever because I don't know what it is. So it's Asian writing of some sort. Could be Korean. I don't know. Anyway, I think these are like barbecue. They look like barbecue Cheetos. So I got these. And these are all ones that I will eventually try on one of these shows. Then I don't know if I'll try these on camera or not. It depends on like if you guys think it will be interesting. But I got just regular Cheetos because I wanted to see if they're the same as ours. I can tell you right off the bat that you get more, I think, in their bags than we do. But this is like Japanese Cheetos. All of this came from Japan. But they could be from other Asian countries. I don't know. Then I got this Ozak, which is a potato chip that's flavored with, I don't know, it looks like some kind of cheese, but I don't know, it's some kind of potato chip. So that's that one. Then I got a lot of these little, like these circular bar things. I don't know. I got them in different flavors. I think this one is the chocolate one. I saw a couple people online trying these. This one, I don't know. Like, can you tell me what flavor that is? Like, who is that? I don't know. But I got like some weird flavors. I got like a pizza one. I think I got a chicken curry one just because I thought it'd be interesting. This one's probably the curry one. I don't know. Looks like kind of like he's eating the curry. And this one looks like he's singing. I don't know why he's singing, but whatever. Oh, this is the pizza one because it's got pizza on the bottom. So I don't know what the mystery fourth one is. I don't know. Sometimes they do throw like extras in. Like the last time they threw in a couple little tiny extras. I don't think they did this time. I wasn't really paying attention. But whatever. Then I got this matcha popcorn. So I thought it'd be interesting. That's what it looks like. Nothing too exciting there. Then I got these. These are supposed to be very spicy rings. I've seen people eat them, and I wanted to try them. They might be too spicy for me, but we'll see. I do like spicy stuff, but I can only handle a certain amount of spice, a certain level. Otherwise, I get really bad heartburn and stuff. So we'll see. And then this is a Pokemon something. I don't really know. Some kind of seasoned chip thing. So that's that. As you can see, I got a lot of shit, so this will last me a while. And then these are the Hataki sticks. These are like clam flavored or something. I don't know. They might be scary. I don't know. It looks kind of scary, but I don't think anything can be as bad as that other shit. And then I got these Urakata corn. They're like puffs. I think these are, it looks like blue cheese. I don't think I would have gotten blue cheese. So I don't know what that's about, but they're these little puffs. I hope it's not blue cheese because I freaking hate blue cheese so much. Then these are the wasabi mayo Pringles. These are the big ones. Last time I got them, they were this big, like a half a can size. So hopefully I like them. Otherwise, I'm stuck with a huge can of them. I do like wasabi though. So hopefully it'll be okay. Then, and I don't know why it's not in here. I looked for it and I don't know where it is. But I don't know if she wants to be put out there, but somebody sent me real squid jerky, like the squid jerky that I was expecting from like the last one. So at some point I'll try that as well. I'm not nearly as scared of that stuff as I was with the other ones because at least it looks like something that I've seen before because I've seen that people on YouTube eat them. So yeah, I'll do that. I don't know what they said where I put it. I'm still trying to get organized in this new room, but yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I thought about putting on makeup since I'm going out, but honestly, I just don't feel like it. I really don't. I didn't really sleep that great all weekend. Mainly because of that one, that Momo motherfucker kept waking me up. I don't know what her deal is. And since I had stuff to do all weekend, like I had things I had to get up for, it's not like I could just go back to sleep like I normally would. I mean, I could, but I don't know. I'm trying to, go out when I had the opportunities to go out. The thing is, with the friend that I'm going with, I don't get to see her that much. She's in school. She has a full-time job. She does clinicals because she's going to be a nurse. So I don't get to see her that often. And she asked me a while back if I wanted to go with her to a racetrack. It's like car racing. It's like drag racing or some shit like that. I don't know. I used to go to the track sometimes with my dad in Michigan. There's this place. I think it's still there. It's called Flat Rock or something. I don't know. But it's in Michigan. And I enjoyed it as, a kid. I haven't gone anytime recently. I really want to go to like a monster truck thing. I think that would be cool. But anyway, it's getting to the point where it's going to be colder and they're not going to have these shows anymore. So I kind of have to do it now, or I'm waiting till like next year or something. So I figured I would go. That's what I'm doing. Just something to do. It's going to be probably kind of cold. Like last weekend, I was like hot as hell. And then this weekend, it's freezing. It's not Michigan Speedway. It's like a smaller one. It's just like a locally thing. It's not like NASCAR or anything like that. It's just like this little. I think it's called Flat Rock, but no one from like outside of Michigan would know what it is anyway. I am gonna have to move that picture down because that is not ideal. Anyway, what else? I don't know. I'm tired. I got new flavors. I think I told you guys about it last week, though. I haven't gotten a chance to mix up any of them because I'm lazy. I don't know. This week has been really strange, very strange. Just a lot going on. At some point I'll talk about it, but I'm kind of like a little bit superstitious only because it seemed to fuck me over in the past, like at least in my mind, where I talk about something too soon and then it doesn't end up happening. Plus I just don't want to like talk about something that hasn't happened yet. I don't know. I guess it's because it's part of the reason why I'm so negative, or I can be negative, is because I don't know. I just don't depend on anything. Like until it happens, like people can say, oh, I'll do this, or oh, we'll do this, or this will happen, or that will happen. But until it actually happens, I don't really try to get too excited about it because then it just leads to disappointment. I know that's not the best way to look at things, but it's like one of the worst feelings to be excited about something and then have it not happen. So Mom was burying herself in the blankets. She's probably cold, but it's like, dude, I need to sleep. I don't know why, but seeing her try to bury herself in the blankets is like the funniest thing ever. Yeah, but you can see by the lighting, like your girl's got some dark some dark shit going on. It's one of the reasons I actually like glasses, is because they cover shit up. But yeah. Anyway, on to more positive stuff. There were certain key points I wanted to talk about, and of course, I forgot what they are. I need to get like some kind of notepad or something. Like my phone is kind of annoying in that putting like calendar events and notes and shit like that isn't as easy as it was on my old one. So it's like not a good thing to do it on there. It's kind of just a pain in the ass. I almost had it. Well, one thing while I remember this, it's not the thing that I was trying to remember, but it's one of the things. So I was talking about Far Cry last week when I was talking about like some of my all-time favorite games, which Far Cry is definitely in there. Ubisoft sent me in their newsletter or whatever, they're having a sale on the Far Cry games. Like you can get, I think it's called the Gold Bundle or whatever, that has like I think it's the bundle that I was talking about that I had gotten to get me into the game. Like that was Far Cry Primal. I think Primal was the first one. But anyway, you can get like the 4-pack where it has like 3 Blood Dragon, 4 and something else for like $20 or something like that. And then they have one that has Primal in it as well, which is the newest one, for like 28 bucks. So it's like a super, super fucking good deal. Because these are like full games. These aren't like demos or like little side games. They're full on games. And if you really want to, you can like make them last forever because it's an open world type game. So if you're interested in Far Cry, it ends tomorrow. So if you have the money, like it's pretty cheap, like $28 for multiple games is ridiculously good. But you kind of have to be a computer gamer. So depending, I guess, on your computer or whatever. But I just figured I would share that with you guys. I already have all those games, so I don't need them. But since I was talking about it last week and it's such a good deal, I figured I would share it with you guys. What else? There was something else. So annoying. Oh, I think this is the thing that I was trying to remember. I need to find it though. Far Cry is an excellent game. It's so good. It's got a really good storyline. There's action. There's like little side things that you can or can't do. You don't have to do them. It has like the main storyline that you have to do, but like the other like outside games, like you can upgrade his equipment. Like he has like certain pouches that he holds like ammo and stuff like that in. So like if you hunt certain animals, you can upgrade that to where you can carry more, but it's not like necessary. And then if you want to get his like all-time best outfit, like you have to like kill these rare animals and shit. There's shit like that that's like a side quest, but it's not necessary. And you could just go around hunting shit and killing shit for like ever. It's a really, really, really good game. But I mean, you have to, I guess, like shooting games, I guess. But it's not like just shooting. Like there's a storyline. You can drive a ton of different vehicles. They have hang gliders, go-karts, trucks, cars, a little helicopter. Just like so many vehicles. It's pretty freaking sweet. And you take over like bases and shit. So yeah, it's a really, really good game. I gotta find. Okay. Now, I didn't even know this person had a store or were affiliated with a store, but I guess they do. So I'm going to put a link over here. And if I remember, which I'll probably just do it now because otherwise I won't remember. That place right there, they're having a sale. It's 20% off the entire store with this code here. And I guess Flavor Art is 40% off with this code here. I don't know how long the sale is because I got this from somebody else. They forwarded it to me. But I guess Chachi has a store or is affiliated with a store, and they're having some issues, I guess, competing with other stores or whatever. So they're basically just trying to sell some stuff. So if you need flavors and they have what you want, you know, get them from there. Chachi's a good dude. So, you know, support a fellow vapor who's a cool dude if you can. That was the thing I was trying to remember. And there was like a third thing. I don't know if I'm going to remember what the third thing is. Nose itches. Pokemon Go. I never got into Pokemon. I just don't get it. There's a Kenny B and a Kenny V. That's interesting. Yeah, I have no idea what the third thing is. I did want to talk about a little bit of it's not really paranormal, but it's kind of among those lines, maybe. I've been listening. I fell into a hole. I don't know if you would probably know this if you watch YouTube religiously. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't. But her name is Jenna Marbles. She's a pretty popular YouTuber. Well, I would say very popular YouTuber. She's got like 14 million subscribers on her main channel. And she also has a side channel with her boyfriend. And it's like a podcast as well. And I followed down this hole of just like watching all of the podcasts because they're very funny people. Like Julian is really, really funny. Jenna's always been funny, but I really like them. And they did a couple episodes about paranormal-ish type stuff, which I thought was interesting because it's not something that I would have suspected them to do a show about or several shows about. And one of them was about dying, like what happens when you die. And then another one was talking about ghosts and what they are, what they think that they are, and the different theories behind them. So I thought that was really interesting. And one thing that I was watching, and I probably shouldn't have been watching this before I went to bed, but I don't know. Yeah, I heard Jenna Marbles is really cool in person. Like she's pretty much the same off camera that she is on, which is nice. Like it's nothing worse to meet somebody and they're completely different than you would think they are. But anyway, they're talking about this theory about like where the Loch Ness monster comes from, or because I guess there's several. I know there's like Nessie, there's Loch Ness, like there's even a Lake Erie monster, but I don't know what that's supposed to look like. I don't know if that's supposed to look like Loch Ness too. And then there's this other thing in like Vermont, which I forgot the name of it. But anyway, they were saying that the possible cause for like the sightings and why it's so elusive is the one particular lake has a high concentration of quartz, and under high stress conditions, quartz can create electromagnetic fields, which could create a wormhole, which is why the monster seems to show up and then disappear, because it's like kind of coming in and out of our space-time. I thought that was really interesting. Like I've always had those types of, I won't say always, but I've had that thought for a while as far as like a lot of these crypto zoological creatures, like Bigfoot, things like that. The reason that they're so elusive is they're not from our time space. Like they come in and out. And like, that's why they're sighted usually in specific areas. Maybe there's like a rip in time or whatever, and that they're coming in and out. And that's why they don't leave any evidence behind, and why only certain people see them, why it's possible, why they can't get like good video footage because maybe there's a distortion. I don't know. But it's just something to think about. And the quartz thing is interesting because in a lot of paranormal, just like ghost haunting, stuff like that, a lot of like the really heavy activity are on sites with large quartz deposits. So it makes sense scientifically. Like it basically makes it more realistic as opposed to kind of like fantasy, like, oh, there's ghosts floating around, like sheets on their head or whatever. The guy makes it a little bit more believable. I've always believed in apparitions and stuff because I've seen them, but as far as what they are, I still don't really know. There's different theories about what exactly they are, but at least this gives a little bit of like explanation as to why it's only in certain places. Now, why only certain people can seem to see them, like I don't think it explains all occurrences, but at least some of them. Like I said, it's quartz, I guess, messes with electromagnetic fields. Like it can either create them or distort them. I don't know. So like I don't even know if we exactly know what electromagnetic field is or what it does or comes from, but for whatever reason it's associated with paranormal activity. Like it seems like a lot of times when you go out and you're investigating a legitimately haunted place where they catch things, like whether it's EVP, apparitions, orbs, whatever, it seems to be affected, like, or have higher levels of electromagnetic activity. So it just kind of makes sense to me. Like, and that kind of actually substantiates my belief in what ghosts I think are. I think they're like time distortions. Like you're not really seeing a dead person, you're seeing someone that's living, but they're like in a different time. Like it's like a rip in time or whatever. And that's why only certain people can see them, maybe. Like maybe you can only tune into that frequency, or I think honestly a lot of it just has to do with people that pay attention. Like me, like I'll notice something like off the wall that nobody else pays attention to, not just paranormal, just in general. Like I'll see a bug. It's usually bugs that I'll see and nobody else has a clue, just because like my mind is just always going, going, going. So I'm more attentive to things like that than other people. So I think that has a lot to do with it too. It's just that I pay more attention to things, and other people just kind of go through life with their eyes closed. But yeah, I just thought that was really interesting. And I'm sorry I'm so close to this microphone. I'm trying to talk lower. Sometimes I'll like play my videos back and like I never noticed like how much just like moving stuff by this microphone, how loud it makes noise, and no one ever says anything. So like I don't know, like I'll like just be like picking up and putting down my monster and it'll be like right by my mic and it's so freaking loud. I'm like, Jesus. Well, I wasn't talking about magnetism. I was talking about electromagnetic fields. I don't know if that's different. I'm honestly not very versed in all that. Well, stars and clouds. I'm just going to call you stars. That's actually one thing that they did get into. I don't know if it was in the same episode or a different one. I think it was. I watched so many episodes of theirs recently. I don't know. They're kind of blending together. Well, one of the episodes they were talking about multiple like parallel universes and how time isn't linear, it's constant, and everything's kind of in the circle. So right now is always happening, and like right now is always happening. Like it's not that it's moving forward, it's always happening, but just on a different plane or universe or whatever. And every decision exists and has been done, but in a different space. It's really hard to honestly wrap my head around. Like I understand, like I understand what it's saying, but trying to actually like think about what that means and why this reality is the one I'm experiencing and not all the other ones is really hard for me to grasp. It's kind of the similar thing to like living Hello? I don't know what the hell that was about. I'm gonna give it a minute. Wait till the comments catch up. I need to leave soon anyway, but what the hell? I don't even know where it cut me off because I was going on and on. It just like my every YouTube related window crashed. My other windows didn't crash, just the YouTube ones. It said, "Oh snap, something went wrong while displaying this web page." I like how they try to be hip. Oh, it's Daniel. Hey, baby. I don't know. That's the weird thing. Like usually my videos, when they just randomly shut down, it will be when I'm talking about shit like this. The one time it was the government I was talking about, and then boom, gone. I'm like, okay. Like, I'm nobody on the scale of things. Why are you listening to me? Anyway, like I was saying, I don't know when it cut off, but I was saying that for me, the whole time is existing constantly. Like, this moment is existing forever. This moment is existing forever. And every decision that could possibly have been made has been made somewhere. But it's like, why am I living this path and not those other paths? Like, there has to be some kind of difference to me of this path and that path. And then another thing that's really hard for me to grasp is life or death. Like, either one, like living forever or dying, whether it's living forever in a spirit sense or whatever the case may be. Both things are hard for me to grasp because it's hard for me to think about not existing anymore. And then it's also hard for me to think of living or existing forever. Like, either way, it's really weird. So YouTube's been having bugs for like weeks now. Plus, I still don't have my hard line of internet. So, but I mean, I don't know. The weird thing is, like, my signal shows full strength, so it shouldn't be that. I don't know. I don't know, man. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this recipe because I was supposed to make this thing for my friend forever, and I keep forgetting and not doing it. So since I'm going to be hanging out with her shortly, I'm going to do it now. And then I'm going to leave because I'm supposed to be there at noon. And it takes like 25 minutes to drive out there. So, not that I have to be like precisely on time because it's really not super important, but I don't like to keep people waiting for no reason, or not a great reason. So, I'm trying not to do that. Plus, I don't want to be out super late. Like, well, I say super late. I was out till 6:30. But later than I would like today. Because I feel like I've had no weekend whatsoever. That's honestly, and this is going to sound maybe fucked up, I don't know. That's part of the reason I don't like doing things on my days off, is because if I go out and I'm like here and there and everywhere, the time just like goes. And then when I come home, I feel like I have no time to do anything. Because I'm used to doing everything like myself or at home or whatever. So I'm not used to going out and being out all day, and then I come back and there's no time. Like, my time is just gone. So I feel like I have no weekend when I'm actually out doing stuff. Isn't that a terrible thing? I don't know. I think a lot of it has to do with my job and just like not wanting to go back to work like ever. But I don't know. Like I said, it's been a really weird week. It's been just really, really weird. And And it's made me think about things. Like, I'm always thinking about stuff, but like hardcore thinking about stuff. Like what I want to do in life, what would make me happy, like professionally. And it's just like, I don't know. I really don't. I don't know what my passions are. I don't even really know what my strengths are, to be honest. Like, I don't know. It's part of the problem. No. I don't fly, Daniel. I've never flown on a plane. So as far as me going anywhere that involves flying, not happening. Not right now anyway. Plus there's just too much shit going on. Eventually I would like to make it down there for obvious, or what should be obvious reasons, but not quite ready yet. And when I see freaking stories like I did when I was checking my mail, my Yahoo, that's where I get my news, is through like the stupid Yahoo news feed about this plane that had to land in Canada or some shit because of some kind of issue. I don't know. I have nightmares about planes and shit. It terrifies me. There are different sizes of infinites. Some are larger than others. Yeah, but I mean, where does that get me? Being a flamer chemist, like, where does that get me? I mean, professionally, as far as something that can give me a job, a job that I don't hate. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I just like, I want to, get to a point where someday where I don't dread going to work. Because, I mean, you spend so much time working. Or most people spend so much time working. That you shouldn't hate that part of your life. It's such a big part. And like you're rushing through these moments just to get through the day because you don't want to be at work. And it's just like rushing your life away. And I don't want to do that anymore. But it's just like, I don't know what else to do. And I know this is like a really deep, personal thing. But, I talk to you guys every week. Like, I consider you guys my friends to some extent. I know we don't know each other like in the real physical world. But, you guys see me every week. And I don't really keep things from you. I kind of tell you what's going on as much as I can. So it's just kind of like where my mind is right now. I'm just very confused. I've been very confused, but not thinking so much about it as I have been lately for reasons I can't really talk about right now. But basically, I was put in a spot where I kind of just had to think about these things. And I don't know. I'm still not really any closer to an answer as far as that goes. So I don't know. The problem is like the things that I enjoy doing, the things that I know that I enjoy doing, aren't very practical. Like, obviously I'm passionate about vaping, but it's such an unstable market right now. And I don't even know what I would be doing that could actually support me. Like working at a vape shop would be stepping backward. Because I make decent money where I am now. Like it's not great, but it's decent. Like it's well above minimum wage. And going back to working like at a vape shop, though it might be somewhat enjoyable, which I don't even know if it would be or not, because I'm still having to interact with people, it'd be a pay cut, and I can't, you know, eventually I want to be on my own and having my own house or whatever. I wouldn't be able to do that doing that. And like, you know, I like writing, but like I haven't written anything new in years. And where would that get me? Like nowhere anytime soon. I don't even know if it's good enough to really be successful. I don't know. I like jewelry. I make jewelry, but again, I don't really have an outlet for it. I guess maybe that was the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Just because I have so much freaking like jewelry making supplies because at one point my mom was selling it. So I kind of had her as like a medium to get rid of some of it, but I don't have that anymore. She lives out of state and it's just too much of a hassle. But I was thinking like maybe like if other people are interested on here, maybe I could like display some things that I've made or whatever, and either do like a giveaway or sell it here, just not really as a job, but just as something to keep me like preoccupied. Something, because like I would make jewelry, but it's like, why? Like, what am I gonna do with it? Like, it'll just sit around my house, and I don't need to keep all this crap around. Like, I have an issue with like hoarding shit, like not like super bad, but like I'm a pack rat. Like I keep things I shouldn't keep. So I'm trying not to do that. But like if I had an outlet to get rid of it one way or another, I'd be more inspired to make things if I knew I had a way to pass it on to somebody. And I had my own website at one point for jewelry. It absolutely got nowhere. I actually found business cards for it recently, like tons, like so many business cards, and I don't even own that. It was like a domain or whatever, like a .com type situation, and I don't even own that domain anymore. And I have like fucking cards for it. It's crazy, and like the phone numbers and shit aren't even accurate anymore. But yeah, so that's another thing. Plus, like my hands get fucked up if I'm doing things too much. And then like video games, I like video games, but again, that's not, unless you're PewDiePie, not really something that can support you necessarily. So I don't know. And it's not very stable. Like you're depending on YouTube or Twitch or whatever the platform is, and say the adpocalypse comes and then you're fucked if you don't have anything else going on, which I don't know. Plus, it takes time. That kind of shit takes time. Like, Felix didn't have 17 million or however many he has now. No, way more than that. It's like 57 million, something like that. Something crazy like that. Subs overnight. It was gradual. I had to get a hard line of internet before I even think about that. I mean, it might be something to do. I mean, kind of like the plan right now is that as long as this one thing that I can't talk about yet goes okay, I'll focus more on my hobbies on my spare time so that I'm not just stagnant. Like I come home, I do the same shit every night, which is pretty much nothing. At least if I'm somewhat productive, even if it's just playing video games that are streaming online, then at least it's doing something. And I'm interacting with people. I'm not shutting myself off from people so much. Then it's something. And you know, I have the room now, so I don't have that excuse to. And I, it's a legitimate excuse. I don't know if you could see how cramped I was in the old space. I was very cramped, and just being on camera and stuff like that, and having my setup, it'd be uncomfortable sometimes. And I don't have that anymore. I have, you know, a good amount of space now. My background looks a little bit better, hopefully, and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's something that's more doable. And then the other nights I can make jewelry, which, like I said, like maybe a giveaway. And even because I know a lot of you are male, I can tell by the demographic, you know, they have the little stats and shit. Plus I can tell by who shows up in the live chat comments. It's mostly male, which is common for both gaming and vaping, just because it's more technical and it doesn't really seem to attract as many female as it does male. That's just legitimate facts. Like, it's not like sexism or whatever. Like, it's just statistical fact. Anyway, but even if you don't want it for yourself, and if you do, you know, no judgment if you want to wear jewelry. My stuff is feminine. I don't really make male jewelry all that well, but maybe you have like a wife or daughter or whatever, then I don't know, give it to them. Martial arts. I have, problem is my schedule. I work 11 to 8. I don't know. There's always going to be excuses not to do shit. But for me at this moment, I don't think that's the answer. I need something professionally to move me closer to a profession that I like, because it takes so much of my time up. I need to enjoy it to some extent, and I don't right now. So that's been a big issue for pretty much since I've been working. I haven't liked my job, which is not good, you know? You should like it. I mean, you don't have to love it necessarily. There's always going to be things that you don't like about it, but you shouldn't, like, hate getting up every morning to go sit somewhere or do whatever for 8-9 hours. Like, it's too much of your life just going away, and I'm just tired of it. I'm just mentally tired of it. Hello, fuck this username. I'm actually about to leave soon. I don't, to me, like, the whole demographic thing about male versus female thing, as far as vaping goes, it doesn't bother me. Like, a lot of the main things in my life have been male dominant. Like, me loving video games, like, it's mainly a guy thing. Yes, there's girls that like it, obviously, but in general, it's a man thing. So it's nothing I'm not used to. But I'm just saying, like, as far as like giving away like a bracelet or a necklace or whatever, like, if you don't want to wear it personally, then you can give it to somebody. Because, like, I don't know, I don't like doing giveaways. Like, if you've noticed, I've only done a couple because it just seems to attract the wrong type of people. So I'd rather just do like a random giveaway, like something like this where it's not really announced, to like really give back to the people that show up every week, as opposed to bringing in people that are only going to stick around for free shit and then get mad when they don't win. Like, I don't want to deal with all that. Just too much drama. And I just can't be bothered. And with me and my loud ass mouth, I'm going to get myself in trouble spouting off shit. Because that kind of shit pisses me off. Like, ungrateful people and people that are just like mooching piss me off. And I get it. Like, you want to win shit, like, that's cool. You know, who doesn't want to win free shit? Like, everyone wants that, but don't be a fucking poor sport about it, or like bitching about how it's done, and all that shit just drives me nuts. Or like begging for shit. Like, don't beg. Like, just don't do it. Not a cute look. And there's plenty of things online, like, where you can actually go for like whatever reason. And the most fucked up part about the people that are begging for shit are they're usually the ones that don't need it. Like, they really just don't need it. They're just trying to get free shit. And that just drives me absolutely insane. But anyway, I'm starting to bitch now, and I really need to get going. So I'm going to get out of here. But let me know, like, in the comments, because, like I said, I'm leaving. If the jewelry thing, like, would be something of interest. Like, do you have people you could buy jewelry for? Or if I did a giveaway, would that be something you're interested in? I have pictures on Facebook, but I don't add people to Facebook that often because I don't really do Facebook that much. But maybe, I don't know, I'll think of something that I can do to show you kind of like what I make to see if it's even something that's interesting to you. I don't know. But it would just be something different, something besides just giving flavors away or whatever, something I can actually physically make, something, you know, more special, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, let me know if you guys are interested in that at all. It would give me an outlet to get rid of jewelry because, like, I have all this, like I said, jewelry making supplies that are just sitting there collecting dust. And it's a good, like, creative outlet for me. But yeah, that's about it. Hopefully next week we'll be back to like more regular stuff where I'll be mixing shit and all that good stuff. But this whole race thing kind of just came out of nowhere, so I didn't know I was going either. So yeah. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good weekend. Thank you for watching, and that's about it. Bye.